Aloha and welcome to Yay, I'm 40. Hold on. Yay, I'm 40. And it's been interesting. So, right as soon as I got out of the psych ward, um actually I wore this for a while. This is who knows what this is. Shungite. I wore this for a while. And it was supposed to be a grounding stone. And then when I was having a manic breakdown in the hotel earlier this year and went through some stuff, I ripped this off and like I lost that groundedness, and I knew that I lost the groundedness of this, and I broke it, and this is a new one, and it was given to me. Did I buy it? I think I got that one myself. Um, this one I had on at the same time. It's black obsidian, or gold obsidian, which means I don't know something. It's also grounding, but and protection, and maybe some type of like fortune or I don't know monetary incomingness. I just had this on at the time as well. That one was replaced when I got out of the asylum. So I think when I got out of the asylum, I purchased this again. And then when I, that's funny, the psych ward. I called it asylum just now. Anyway, then I got this, which is hematite, in May. Because again, it was supposed to be very grounding and centering and recalibrating my body's um, energy. And I got this tiger's eye, which is supposed to bring in wealth and luck and fortune, and just looks cool. Recently, I got this greenstone, which is not jade. I think it starts in A something. It's supposed to, I don't know, do some kind of hippie stuff. And this is from an ex. She's still a really cool person. I just can't take it off. Ever. It's tied in a really big knot. It'll fall off eventually. But these, for some reason, as I drew closer to my birthday, and I would take them off when I would go surfing, and I still wore them while I was cycling. They're really heavy. It's like a pound or two. As it became close to my birthday, earlier this week I took them off, and then I kind of left them off, and it's felt good to have them off. It's as if I was like being weighed down into a certain identity, and as I am more centered and more stable and more grounded in myself, I don't necessarily need the energy reminder of these. And for some reason I'm just not called to put them on right now, which is crazy because if you asked me 2 months ago, I would be the hippie that's wearing them forever. And I can remember eating dark chocolate. I can remember in my early 20s having this sort of chameleon identity. What some people would call an empath today. Like, oh, I can fit in with anybody, it's easy for me to be anyone. I mean, it's kind of what Sadhguru teaches. Don't hold on too tightly to anything. The guru has an identity that he can slip into and then slip out of. Because he's not attached to that form. It's a form that he uses for a certain and employs for a certain purpose. And I feel like I feel like I'm not relying on that memory of a crutch of an energy that a thing has, that I'm imparting into that energy that somebody else, right? Like in order to make an identity for myself. So it feels great to be free of that. My arms are also lighter, but yeah, I've been also removing them when I would rock climb as well. And yeah, so there is something to things having energy. There's something to places having and having a stuck energy within them, and you like enter that place. My friends and I were talking about this tonight in a place we used to live together, not all together at the same time, but in parts, and how that place has taken on sort of kind of like this wickedly demonic energy in a way, and it's really like an amalgamation of other people's energies that get stuck there, and it needs a spiritual cleansing. And so you can go into a place and you can feel what energy was there. Anyway, that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about today was my birthday. I went to PSI seminar, which was fantastic. I've been putting it off for, I think I told you guys, I was invited about 2 years ago or 3 years ago, and I decided to purchase drugs with the money that I was going to use to go to the thing instead. I wasn't ready for it. Even if I had gone, I don't think I would have fully internalized the messages, but maybe I would have. But again, I wasn't ready, so I didn't go. And I think I'm done with these figs. I know I'm done with these figs. So I got a half off coupon for my birthday, and I actually was ready. And the first day, you know, it was a lot of stuff that I already knew about your centered self, you know, your emotions and feelings and thoughts and beliefs and actions sitting on top of one another, and exercises that dealt with regret, not with regret, with resistance, and not anger, but the other word for anger starts with an R. So glad I took notes. Resentment and revenge, and what that does to people. We had this activity where there are two people, one sitting on either side. We had a person A and a person B, and we were telling their stories to one another. And it wasn't that I hadn't done activities like that before. I had. It was that this time, in this instant, me and the person I were with were both brutally honest with one another. And she went first and she said something. And I was like, oh my gosh, wow. You know, wow, thank you for saying that, because if you hadn't said your story, I wouldn't have said the story that I really wanted to say, which is this. And I said my story, and she's like, oh my God. And I'm like, oh my God, right? And we both represented relationships in the past for one another. And she was never going to get an apology. And I needed to apologize for resentment and then revenge, you know, for being wronged in a relationship, but then not being able to tell that person, not being able to speak to that person, and taking revenge on myself through years of substance abuse and through years of choking down emotion. And yeah, we both healed a lot in that instant, you know. And it's interesting because, walking into the course, I saw her and thought, oh, she's kind of attractive. Definitely not my type, but attractive. And it turned out that she was spot on a representation of this girl that I had a relationship with in the past. So, yeah, we both got some healing. I am going to give her a copy of No Bad Parts tomorrow. She enjoys it. It's fantastic. And then I met up with two really great friends for dinner. Two of my earliest really good solid friends on the island that led me to so many other good and positive connections with people. And they're probably my oldest mature friends, and they're definitely the reason that I'm going into psychiatry, psychology. And it was great to share an evening with them, and it was great to share our vision of creating something together, which is something that I had seen in a dream years ago. And it's finally fucking happening. That's how powerful my dream was. And I had it on multiple occasions. So, I know it's going to happen. And, yeah. I'm happy. I'm happy to have this responsibility. So, thank you, universe, for giving me this opportunity. Thank you, universe, for letting me be the person that I need to be in this moment. And there's greater dreams, but let's not talk about those tonight. Let's just enjoy this moment and this glow and accept this responsibility of this path for helping facilitate healing in others just as I have myself, and continuing to grow and love people. Om Min. Aloha.